Mr. Smith is the proud owner of a single-family house. Today, he is planting an apple tree in his garden together with his family. A photovoltaic system is installed on the roof of his house. The PV module generates direct current. An inverter converts the direct current into alternating current. To protect the PV system from surge damage, for example, as a result of lightning effects, surge protective devices must be installed on the DC side and on the AC side of the inverter. Mr. Miller, Mr. Smith's neighbour, is also the proud owner of a single-family house. A photovoltaic system is installed on the roof of his house as well. Mr. Miller also generates his own electricity. However, Mr. Miller did not install surge protective devices to save costs, but his plan does not work out. The inevitable happens. A thunderstorm approaches and lightning strikes in close proximity to Mr. Smith and Mr. Miller's houses. This also affects the two PV systems. Whilst Mr. Smith's inverter with surge protective devices works properly, Mr. Miller's inverter without surge protective devices is destroyed and can no longer be used. Now he is in trouble. He can no longer generate electricity and must arrange for a replacement device. In addition, there is a lot of paperwork to settle the claim with his insurance company. Mr. Smith, in contrast, counts the money he saves every month with his intact PV system. Upon the recommendation of Mr. Smith, Mr. Miller seeks professional help from an electrical company. This company is familiar with surge protection and recommends to install Dane devices to protect the new inverter. The electrician explains that surges can occur both on the AC and DC side of the inverter. For this reason, it is important to protect both sides. A DaneGuard modular arrestor installed in the main distribution board does not only protect the inverter on the AC side, but also other electrical devices in close proximity, for example, the heating system. There is no distribution board on the DC side of the inverter. For this reason, it is advisable to install a DaneCube surge arrestor. Thanks to its compact design, DaneCube can be quickly and easily installed next to the inverter. The cables of the DaneCube are connected in two steps. The string cables for the positive and negative pole are connected to the inverter via the connecting cables. And the open ends of the connecting cables, as well as the earth termination system, are connected to DaneCube. Mr. Miller is fascinated how easy it is to protect against surges. Thanks to the reliable surge protective devices from Dane, Mr. Miller's PV system is now protected from the effects of surges. PV systems must generate electricity for more than 20 years. Surge protective devices from Dane protect photovoltaic systems from damage and failure resulting from surges and ensure yields in the long term.